Hello. This short video is provided to address some specific questions asked by viewers. This video should be viewed before watching any of the other several videos in this series. Cryptocurrency, and particularly, Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin blockchain is a fascinating topic that everyone should get familiar with as soon as possible. A revolution in money is occurring before our very eyes. We are fortunate to be witnessing history. Money will never be the same again.
The following presentation is provided for educational purposes only. Seek professional advice before investing. We do welcome all comments and questions. We will address any questions immediately. We are available to speak to groups of 10 or more. Contact us at lonnie@lonniehardycpa.com. To own Bitcoin, you will need to have a digital key, an address, and a wallet. These are the elements that make it possible for you to safely own Bitcoin and to send and receive it. Keys come in pairs. First there is a private key. Then, secondly, a public key. Keys are easy to understand if you think of them like owning a checking account at the bank. The public key is the account number, which is open to be seen by anyone you transact business with. The private key is like a PIN number which only you know. Speaking of keys, the key to understanding the public key is to know that it is used to receive Bitcoin from others, whereas the private key is used to place a digital signature on a transfer of your Bitcoin to someone else. Naturally, you may wonder how safe these keys are. So, how are they created? The most sacred of all keys, the private key, is generated by use of an extremely secure random number generator. The random generator randomly selects 256 computer bits, zeros and ones, which are represented by 64 hexadecimal characters. By the way, hexadecimal characters include the numbers 0 through 9, and the letters A through F, which is 16 characters. Obviously, the hexadecimal system accommodates single-digit numbers and expands the range of possible keys by use of the alphabetic characters. Look at the example of a private key on the slide. Now, as will be discussed later, trying to guess your private key, even with powerful computers, the chances of this being done during the next 1,000 years are less than the entire Earth being destroyed during the next 5 seconds. Hope you are still here.
As already mentioned, keys come in pairs. From every private key, a public key is generated. The math function used to do this is called elliptic curve multiplication. This math function is a way to generate a public key that cannot be used to backtrace to the private key. Now take a moment to look at the public key example on the slide. Public keys are used to create a PIN address, which is discussed next.
So, the private key is generated randomly. Then the public key is generated from the private key. Next is the digital address. Before you can receive Bitcoin from any source, you will need an address. The address is generated from your public key. The method used to do this is a hashing function called SHA-256, which stands for Secure Hash Algorithm. We will discuss SHA-256 later. Your address is like a fingerprint that identifies you as the destination of Bitcoin being received. It is safe for anyone can see your address, and you can generate multiple addresses. See the example of a Bitcoin address on the slide. When you are to receive Bitcoin, the sender will need to know your address. QR codes are a convenient way to provide this.
Finally, we come to the Bitcoin wallet. A wallet is simply a software program that is used to store your digital keys. No Bitcoin is actually stored in a wallet, only the keys needed to access it. When you buy or receive Bitcoin on an exchange, the exchange will hold your coin, not you. However, exchanges are not considered the most secure place to store your Bitcoin. Bitcoin and the underlying blockchain has never been hacked. But in fact, exchanges have been. Also, exchanges are subject to being frozen or seized by governments. Therefore, experts agree that using a private, offline, cold wallet is much safer. There are several products that provide this ability. An example is a cold wallet called Trezor. Trezor. Remember, not your keys. Not your Bitcoin. Be very careful to not lose your codes to access a private wallet. Keep them safely stored in, not on a computer.
This concludes our short video addressing questions we have received from viewers. This presentation should help in understanding the other videos in this series. Thank you.